So the Dalai Lama said, the point of life is happiness. And when we make ourselves feel good and we make that a priority, everything changes, including making money, the work that we do, and the way that we live our life and the way that we choose to live. So for me, I'm here to help you and your employees feel more happy, and feel more happy particularly around the pregnancy journey and during the time that that you're transitioning in and out of the workplace and around the whole maternity journey. And this is my invitation to join my new Maternity Mastermind and my pregnancy power circles, and to explain really what they're all about. What does that mean? You know, what is a maternity mastermind? What's a power circle? And to really explain the value of it, the benefits to you, and if it is in fact for you, if you're the right person that this could be a suitable solution for. So to give you a little bit of background about me, my name is Lisa Barnwell, and I've worked in the maternity field, maternity arena, for around the last 12 years. I originally had a corporate background. I worked in the hotel industry in sales and marketing. But after a 6-year sabbatical and time out in Australia, where I've fulfilled a lot of my desire for freedom and for travel and for adventure, I trained to be an aromatherapist and reflexologist. And it was there that I really connected in with my desire to really bring our emotions more to the forefront of our lives and our businesses. And I had worked in an environment where it was very much a veneer, very much a very polished look. We had a very corporate look that we had to portray. And really what else was going on was not of interest. And I found that I was very easily able to build connections, build relationships with my clients. And so I was a very successful sales executive and was very quickly promoted. But I didn't feel totally comfortable to be myself in that environment. As soon as I trained to be a therapist, as soon as I started working with women as a massage therapist, I just knew that was something I felt incredibly uncomfortable with and incredibly intuitive about doing. I had some time when I returned back to the UK at the Sanctuary in Covent Garden, which at the time was incredibly busy. And we used to have scores of women on our sheets to look after every day. And we would actually swap around, and I would often look after everybody's pregnant clients because they felt so uncomfortable with them. And for me, it just felt so natural, so normal, and so easy. It was very instinctive. So my business has developed working with these women and really sharing such a wonderful journey. So if you are a woman at the moment who is pregnant or is a new mother, congratulations. For me, that's a journey I'm yet to fully take, but I've experienced it so many times with the women that I work with, and I just love it. I just find it such an amazing experience, and I love to be a part of that. And if you are a HR or a man working in the environment where you're supporting a lot of women, it may be quite difficult for you to actually really connect with everything that's going on. And I have a lot of feedback that actually that's where a lot of the communication breaks down in companies, where nobody quite knows what to say, nobody quite knows what to ask, and it's all quite surface. And again, when we're going through the pregnancy journey, there's a lot of emotions that come to the fore. So what I have done is looked at the experience that I've had over the last 10 to 12 years, working very closely one-to-one with women, but more importantly with career women over the last 3 or 4 years who are working in the city, who are working for companies such as Shell and Visa, Clifford Chance, AML, you know, all the big banks. I've worked with clients who are working for many companies, and they all tell me very, very similar stories of their experiences during the pregnancy journey. And what they find is that they're not able to enjoy the experience as much as they would like, and that they don't feel that they can really bring their whole self back to the workplace once they've become a mother. So what I have done is looked at how we can change this, how we can better educate businesses and companies to support women during this time, how I can better support women during this time, how I can better support companies during this time, because it's a win-win for everybody. And I'm very keen for us as a society to really embrace pregnancy and the pregnancy mind and the value that motherhood adds to the world. And so I really feel that now I have a great deal of knowledge and insight that is of real worth to companies. So if that's you, then please do carry on listening. So the Maternity Mastermind has been created. Really, I've been a part of some masterminds myself. I've studied masterminds. And as Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, you know, we don't need to know absolutely everything ourselves. It's impossible. Even the greatest mind doesn't need to have every single detail. What you need to do is surround yourself with other people who do, so that you can draw upon experts that you trust and that can bring in the information that is useful for you. So with a mastermind, you're basically surrounding yourself with others who have a lot of expertise. And what I'm looking to do is bring together a group of women who can all support each other during the pregnancy journey and the transition to motherhood, which is led and facilitated by me, and also bringing in some other experts to support that journey. The Maternity Mastermind is specifically aimed at corporations, medium-sized businesses and SMEs, and it's really designed for you to have something that's bespoke for you as your company. So it's a rolling program. There needs to always be a minimum of 4 to 5 people in the program at one time. So to set up the first program, that's what you need to have to get a cohesive group going. And then women can join as they become aware of their pregnancy and as it becomes appropriate for them. And there's also information that's then provided back to the company to facilitate the education of managers and team leaders around the process. There are workshops, there are webinars that other members in the team can log into, so that if there's somebody in their team, their team leader or somebody that they're working with that is becoming pregnant, they can access that information and have that insight. But also it's for companies to really look at what are their needs. And a lot of it is designed to be delivered online. So it's using things like webinars, using Skype. There's an online resources library. But in order to start with the program, I will have a one-to-one with everybody that joins. So I have something which is called my VIP experience. It's a sort of 4 to 5 hour experience where we really immerse ourselves in understanding where the woman is, where you are in your pregnancy journey, whether it's your first pregnancy, whether it's a subsequent pregnancy, whether you've had an easy time conceiving, whether you're feeling really ready and prepared for this pregnancy, whether it's proving something that you've longed for a long time, but it's a juggle with your work and your career ambitions. And so really we go into how you are feeling personally, because everybody's pregnancy journey, I have learned, is very, very unique. There are obviously very standard things that you know, your consultation, your obstetrician, your consultant will be looking for, your midwife will be looking for, to show that everything's progressing as normal. But what I've learned is that what's normal in one sense is very different for you. This is not an experience you've gone through. And even if this is a second or third pregnancy, it can be very different. You're then juggling another child at home. You're often in a different stage in your career. So there are a lot of different things that come into play at whatever stage of the journey that you're in. So if you are a company that has a workforce of women that you want to grow and secure the pipeline of female talent through to senior level, through to board level, then this is a way to really support women through this transitional time. And what I have done is talk to a lot of maternity consultants, talk to coaches, maternity coaches, who are looking at supporting women during this time. And the standard process seems to be to support women on about 3 or 5 occasions over about an 18-month period. And while that is fantastic, and I really support coaching and the the process of coaching, what I do feel is that actually women need a lot more support than that during this time. And so what I'm offering is a 6-month program, a minimum 6-month program. After 6 months has been completed, women can choose to continue on a month-to-month basis. This is something we can discuss as a company, how this works for you. But the minimum time that women will get this immersive support is 6 months, taking them through the process. So it's run on a fortnightly basis. So once you've had your one-to-one intensive, there is a fortnightly call that you will listen into. If you can't make the live call, then you can listen to the replay. So it's very accessible to work around time schedules. But depending on the people in the group, where they're located, we'll always try to find a time that most people can make so that we can get some live interaction. But there will be a closed either LinkedIn or Facebook group that women in the group can access, so that they can also share and connect with each other, because even though they may be in the same company, they may not know each other particularly well. So if you're a company of a reasonable size, you may have women in different departments, different locations, so they can connect in a far more personal way in this way. So that's in essence, the Maternity Mastermind, and the benefits that it can bring your company are really structured support, really ongoing support that is already set up, that is already in place, that you can put your women onto very, very quickly, very, very easily at a very affordable cost, but knowing that they are going to get a lot of emotional and physical support along this process. They will be educated in ways to look after themselves physically and to help boost their energy levels, to cope with jet lag, to cope with traveling, to cope with the sort of demands that their job would put on them. And they will be advised on different yoga and exercises that can be incredibly restorative and completely beneficial for them. They will be given different techniques to support them with their emotions, to help let go of limiting beliefs or negative emotions. So it's a very grounded and well-rounded program that I've put together. It's really drawing on all of my experience as an aromatherapist, as a reflexologist, as a yoga teacher, as somebody who's done a lot of mindfulness coaching, who's immersed themselves in a lot of mentoring and coaching themselves. So it's really bringing something very unique, but something very bespoke that can be rolled out throughout your company and giving your women a lot of great support. Now, the Pregnancy Power Circle is very similar in what it provides, but it's designed for women as individuals and women who are entrepreneurs and working in their own business. So if you are a woman who is actually looking for support for yourself and you're looking to provide your own well-being during this time, then the Pregnancy Power Circle is exactly right for you. And as I say, what that will provide is this ongoing support. It's a 6-month minimum commitment, but you can then choose to carry on. And there are a couple of different ways that you can choose to carry on, either with the program in a more intensive way or just with the online support. So it can be very helpful for you if you're working for yourself just independently. And if you're working within a company, but your company is not choosing at this time to particularly provide anything extra that you would like to have. So there are a lot of companies who are very focused on what they have already in place, and they've got contracts in place and they're not looking at the moment to change those. So you're receiving whatever help you're getting, but you would like to top up on that. And this is a perfect way for you to do that and for you to access the information that you really need and the information that can really be of benefit to you. So I feel very excited about bringing these 2 new services to the marketplace. I've done a lot of research. I've had a lot of great interest since talking to women about these opportunities and talking to HRs as well. So I feel it's going to be something that really takes off, that is scalable. It's a very easily delivered project. and product, but equally it's something that delivers fantastic and excellent results. So if it's something that sounds of interest to you, the best thing for us to do is to have a one-to-one conversation. Everybody's pregnancy, as I say, is unique, and everybody's individual needs are unique. So I would always welcome a conversation with you, and you can book a free discovery call with me. If you go onto the website and you go to lisabarnwell.co.uk and go to the page Work With Me, and whether that's as an individual or as a corporation, it will give you the opportunity to book a free discovery call with me, and that will give you access to my online diary, and we can talk in the next week or two about what your needs are and how we can take this forward. My first Maternity Mastermind and my first Pregnancy Power Circle are due to be launched on the 1st of December, and I already have interest from companies and from individuals for these, so that if you would like to be a part of those, please do get in touch with me. I would love to have a conversation with you and advise you how I can support you and your employees better in the pregnancy journey and really bring women back to the workplace afterwards. There's been a lot of research. There was an article in the Washington Post this week that talked about the benefits of women after they've been mothers, and this is something I think if you talk to mothers everywhere, they know. They know that they come back stronger, wiser, smarter, more committed, more concerned, more connected to what they are doing if there's a passion for them in their business and if they feel valued in their business. When they've got a beautiful little baby at home and they're in love with their baby, if they're not in love with their business, if they're not in love with their work, then it's not something that is going to be very easy for them to connect with. So if you are an employer, or if you are an entrepreneur, if you are an individual that just wants to give yourself some more support during the pregnancy journey, and with the pregnancy mind being something of real value that you want to connect with, do get in touch with me, and I look forward to chatting to you soon. Thank you.